this will be a short video, kind of an update on a video I made a year ago about BLU Smartphones. The company BLU, which specializes in affordable smartphones and also non-smartphones, just really basic $20 phones. But for the purposes of this video, we're talking about smartphones. So what can I say about this company? I've owned maybe 9 to 10 of these phones already. This is just 5 of them. We have the BLU J9L, the BLU G51S, the BLU G61S, the BLU S91, and the BLU G52L, which I very recently purchased. The BLU G52L. So what can I say here? I mean, I think it's just really nice to have an option to not spend too much money on a phone. I don't really use my phone that much. Some light texting here and there, light internet browsing, but other than that, I'm not really using my phone except for calling occasionally, maybe once a day. So I figured, especially if I'm not using internet, if I'm not playing games, using apps that require really any special hardware, why spend so much money on a phone? And it's nice that this company does offer affordable smartphones. Obviously, I'm not saying they're doing it because they want people to be happy, but first and foremost, all companies want to make. This company wants to make money, obviously, but to provide devices that I think overall actually work fairly well at prices that are just very good for people who don't really use their phones is very commendable, because a lot of smartphones do cost maybe $200, $300. Unlocked smartphones, I'm talking about unlocked, not buying into a contract, just a phone where you can insert your SIM card for a specific carrier, one of several carriers that might be compatible, and then you're done and you can use your phone. So I'm very happy that they do offer devices for really all types of people. You can pay as little as $60, maybe $70, $80, or maybe upwards of $200 or more, depending on what kind of specifications you want. But just keep in mind, not all phones are the same. Depending on what kind of plan you have, you might want to do some research and make sure that your phone plan is compatible with the device that you're purchasing, just so that you don't end up with a Wi-Fi enabled tablet with no cell phone service. So that's it, really. Just make sure when you're doing your research that your phone the device is compatible with the phone plan that you have, so that when you insert your SIM card, you are going to have cell service and it is going to work. So BLU Smartphones, made by the company BLU BLU, which specializes in affordable smartphones. I'm very happy with these. I've purchased phones all the way from the $60 range to this one, cheaper now, but I purchased it for $150. Maybe I overpaid. But so far I've been using this one for a year. The BLU S91 came with this really cool case. And I'm very happy with it. Of course, some that are maybe a little bit cheaper, like on one of the devices, not this one, but the same model, the BLU J9L, I did have a problem where over time, this one was taking 2 to 3 minutes just to start up, which was not good for me because I had my electronic Metro North ticket for transportation, the train. But overall, I mean, it doesn't mean that every device you're going to buy is going to be maybe not perform optimally, but it really just goes to show you it is a benefit to have a cheaper phone, especially if you don't really use your phone that much, because if it breaks or if there's a problem, you can just get a new one. And I find that overall, paying a little bit more, you kind of see a trend of better performance. This $150 one, which I think costs less now, I really had no problems with it whatsoever. The BLU S91, which is that one, the BLU S91. And I really, really do like it a lot. Especially because, again, I don't use my phone that much, so I figured why pay $200, $300 for a phone. So if you're interested in a phone that is not too expensive, maybe the $100 to $120 range, and you're not really interested in playing games or using apps, too many apps that require high performance, or using the internet, just maybe calling and texting, it might be worth looking into. But again, just do your research to make sure that your phone plan is compatible. These are unlocked, which means they'll work with several carriers, but maybe not all of them. So just, again, know what your phone plan is, and if your SIM card is going to be compatible with the phone, so that you will have cell service when you insert the SIM card. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. This is really an update to a video that I made a year ago, and I still have the same opinion. I do overall like this company. I do appreciate that they have devices for everyone, really. It can be as little as $70 to maybe $200 or more, depending on what you're looking for. But I have found, I mean, I've had around 10 phones. One of them did break, and another one did eventually take 2 to 3 minutes to start up sometimes. But overall, those were on the cheaper end, and on the more expensive end, I haven't had any problems. But overall, it's nice to have a cheaper phone that, if in the rare event, for me, in the unlikely event that there was an issue, just happened to be 2 out of 10 phones or something like that, it didn't bother me so much because I knew that they didn't cost that much money to begin with. But certain phones that are more expensive, I haven't had any problems with it at all. So it leads me to believe that you have an increased chance that you won't have any problems, that you'll have better performance if you pay a little bit more money for the phone. But these are certainly around the $100 to $120 range, not $200, $300. So at least kind of we're assured that for our purposes, for those people who don't really need their phone to use their phone that much, we don't have to pay too much money for our smartphone for specifications, features, performance that we don't necessarily need. So yeah, BLU Smartphones, BLU BLU, they specialize in affordable smartphones, and there are lots available on Amazon. Just make sure your phone plan is compatible with the device you're purchasing. I bought around 10 of these, and I keep buying them because they're relatively cheap, and overall I've had good experiences with these phones made by BLU.